Hello everyone, this is Curve and welcome back to Roblox Kiwami 2 All Bosses No Damage. This is part 2 where we'll be going all the way to the final boss. But for now, here we have the JINGWEON agents within this shogi club or shogi parlor or whatever you want to call it. This fight is doo-doo poo-poo fart water or whatever else you want to call it. So I have my attack maxed out because it's that bad. You know, you have guys that, like, throw knives, so I'm just gonna stand here and wait on the stairs, and I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'm no damaging the fight, not necessarily Kaoru, so she can go ahead and get beat up all she wants, but I need to not take damage. So you will see me later using quick step heat actions because they're broken. And I definitely will be using them in later fights as well. They're really good for just getting rid of basic enemies, because they can only be used on basic enemies. For some reason you can't use them on bosses, maybe because it'd be a little too broken. This stair area really saves me. I go for a taunt there because I can just get heat from all the way over there, and once I get to max, I can pop extreme heat. One change I don't like about Kiwami 2 is that one. I think I said it in the last video, but like I don't like that you have to be at full heat to activate extreme heat. Yeah, there we go. Quick step heat action, the backwards version, and I think I do the sideways one. Yep, sideways. I think it's actually two sideways ones though. Yep, and now not only do I have maxed attack, I also have low health and the payback ring, as well as like the superpower ring and all that, just to give it even more oomph. Because I don't want to deal with this fight, bruh. And a little bit of spoilers. I kind of cop out on some of these fights in this video because some of them are just not fun to no damage. Like, you might know which ones I'm talking about. So, sorry, but I will be playing like a little bitch again for this fight and for some of the fights in this video. Right there, I try to do the parry heat action, but I forgot that the parry heat action, you can only do it with full health, so I kind of just kick him. That one was deliberate, though, the second one, because it was funny. And then I try to do a tiger drop finish here, but I forget that I can get a heat action with Kaoru there, so I think this is fine. This is fine for a finisher. Alright, so we have the infamous tiger fight. Yeah, this one sucks to no damage, because you know how in Kiwami 2, if you hit an enemy who's blocking, your attack will like bounce off of their block? Well, how about you have that, but anytime you hit them? So I have to rely on quick step attacks here, because they don't bounce off like that, and put me in a ton of recoil frames. So I kind of just have to dodge in, get a quick step attack, then dodge back out, and kind of rinse and repeat. I try to get the tigers to like even health. I try to get them both to like 1 health bar as close as possible, because they have a damage reduction multiplier in their second phase. So it's a lot quicker to just get them both down to 1 health bar now, and then get 1 under to activate the heat mode, which will take out one of them, but leave the other one in heat mode. And that one will take less damage. My attack is not raised, though. Very important. Attack is not raised till at 140 with no items that'll raise it. So, yeah. Very long fight. with some downtime, guess I'll talk about that vacation I just had. I went to Gulf Shores, Alabama. It was a very nice time. One cool thing about it is that my hotel was literally right next door to this place called The Hangout, and it was pretty awesome. It was a restaurant, but it also had like all this other shit too. Like they had like a small stage with some live music that played every night. So like at night, I would literally just go over there until they stopped playing at 10 p.m. because it was awesome. It was chill. One thing that really sucked though was that they had chairs, but for some reason all of the chairs were over a sand pit. And let's just say that in order to sit in a chair, I got a shit ton of sand in my shoes, and that is like one of the worst feelings in the world to me, is getting sand in my shoes. So it was kind of just an unfortunate trade-off for being able to listen to some cool live music. On the first night that I was there, like when I just got there and was getting ready to just settle down on the hotel for the first night, I actually overheard this like really good live performance of Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. I don't know who did it though. I don't know the band that did it. There was this band though that I did see the next day. I don't think it was the one who did the performance of Crazy though. They're called Midlife Crisis LA. Guess it's sort of a shout out. LA does not stand for Los Angeles or Louisiana. It stands for Lower Alabama, is what they said. So we had Midlife Crisis LA. It was like this rock band, sort of. And they were really good. I really enjoyed them. So I guess give them a listen, because they were really good, and I really enjoyed listening to them perform some live music. So I guess sort of a shout out to my channel with like, I don't know, 5,500 subscribers. I don't know if that's a big number or not. I can't count. I'm not good at math. Take a calculus right now, but I'm not good at it. Oh, this fight drags on. Like, the tiger is at like a little over 3/4 of a health bar, and I just don't have anything more to say about this fight, so I'm just gonna like let it go and let it play out, and you'll hear back from me in the next fight. Actually, while that I'm thinking about it, and while I have some time, I will stop and say that I will almost definitely be doing the Yakuza 6/Roblox 6 version of this, but I'm not sure if I want to do it Roblox though, because this is basically a stolen idea, and I don't know if I want to steal an idea for a second time in a row. I might do it to where it's like one is normal and one is Roblox. I'll see. Tell me what you would want me to do in the comments. So this is the final boss theme of Doom 2016, a game that I have not played. I was picking music for the fights in this video, and I was like, okay, what do I pick for the tigers? I've never listened to any Doom music, but I feel like it might work. So I picked the Doom 2016 final boss theme, and it worked. I think it fits pretty well in this fight. So you might notice that this version isn't nearly as long. I actually did this one first, so I don't try and get the tigers both down to 1 health bar before going into heat mode. But even then, this one's still shorter, and I think a big factor into that is that the alternate styles moves don't bounce off the tigers like the Dragon Engine style moves do. I still mostly stick to like the Dragon style square heavy because it's quick and it gets a decent amount of damage in. Like, look at that. That's a decent chunk. Of course, it's going to do less in heat mode because they had the reduction, but it still gets it done. And here we'll be going into the QTE and then going into the Tiger's Heat mode. So I did say that this version of the fight is way shorter, but it's still really long because you just can't combo the tigers at all. Which is like, this fight is cool, but it's style over substance. Like, wow, KURAHASHI is fighting not just 1, but 2 tigers? Like, that's a big-ass animal. That's not a person. That's an animal. That's a wild beast. But, like, it's cool and all, but it sucks from a gameplay standpoint because you can't do anything. And I feel like the same thing even goes for the original version in Yakuza 2 / Roblox 2. I still think the fight's better in that game because you can't stun the tigers with heavy attacks, just not in the way that you can stun normal enemies. But you can still stun them, so you can do a little bit more in Yakuza 2. Like, I think you can even knock them over. But you just can't do that in this game, which it's like so limiting. So you just kind of have to like go in, 1-2 punch, then go back out, and rinse and repeat until the tiger's dead. And I do realize that I'm saying that the tigers go into heat mode, but as you can see, they don't have a heat aura, which I guess makes them the most unique boss in the game, because every other boss has a red heat aura, but the tigers have no heat aura. You know, changing it up. Really needs to be changed up, because, you know, it's all red. Alright, did feel the heat, and we'll be moving on to the next fight, which is a lot shorter, I promise you. I love the Tiger Drop finisher. Okay, so this is Man in Black 2, and just to preface, when I said in the last video that I hope you enjoy Unity of Metal, I really meant it. You're gonna hear it like 4 times in this video. I'm sorry. So as you can see, I'm quick-step cheesing this dude because it's Man in Black and there's no other way. I mean, there probably is another way, but it's stupidly hard and I don't want to deal with it because this guy's at the end of a long battle, and you have to redo the long battle every single time you lose. Even then, the quick step cheese is really inconsistent for this guy, because he can break out of it really easy. So you have to be, like, super, like, pinpoint on your quick step attacks. Of course, at least I get, you know, the stun attack there, and then I get the extreme heat version. He'll be okay. Okay, so this version is going to be even quicker because it's going to be the same thing all over again, but with 300 attack, so it's quicker. I chose Yell Dead Self from MGS2 for this, and kind of ironic that Men in Black 1 and 2 both have boss themes from a PS2 game that was made in 2001, but oh well. I was kind of going for like this kind of menacing electronic vibe for all 3 of his fights. You'll see what I have for him later in his 3rd fight, but as for this one, it's over. And here we have Unity of Metal again! Oh boy! Your favorite. My favorite too. So, for the original version of KURAHASHI here, I just quick step cheese him. I promise you that I actually try and fight him in the modded version of this fight. Or, sorry, alternate version of this fight. No mods at all. None. So, even though I had the field of heat here, I still need to beat up all his goons afterwards. For this and the alternate version of this, I will be using the Sacred Wood Armor, which, if you don't know what that does, it auto-blocks bullets as long as you're facing the person who's shooting them at you and you're not attacking or anything. I do have my attack up. It's to 260, not quite to 300. But I do just kind of just cheese the goons with heat actions. Like I, you know, build up heat, extreme heat, and guess what I'm going to do? Quick step. I do cheese some of these fights because, like, there's really only one way to go about them, and there's not too much difference between the way I would do it with the normal gameplay and with the alternate gameplay. And, like, I don't want to waste your time by showing you the same thing twice. So I do kind of just do a cheesy version for one of them. And this time I just decided the original version is going to be the cheesy one. Okay, this is Paralyzer by Finger 11 in the Mario Kart DS sound font. I forgot the guy who made this video, but it will be linked in the description, so you can go and check it out. So I basically did the same thing for the goons, is extreme heat actions, mostly quick step heat actions. One thing that's different about the alternate gameplays, though, is that for some reason when using the Sacred Wood Armor, you can still gain heat from blocking even in extreme heat mode. You can't do that with the original gameplay, and that really comes into play in a later fight, which you might know if you played this game. So now that it's just KURAHASHI, I do try to actually do some shit. Listen to that, it's magnificent. So, before I actually do all my combos on KURAHASHI, more vacation talk. So, on my first day of vacation, after the day I got there, of course, I went to a water park. This indoor water park, I forgot the name of it though. Indoor water park, and it has some really damn cool water slides. Unfortunately, there was a lot of stairs. I think I counted, and it was something like 58 flights of stairs I climbed that day. just to go on some water slides, and I ended up climbing so many stairs that I hurt from my knee from having to climb so many in such a short period of time. So for like a day afterwards, I like couldn't do all that much because my knee was hurting. Had to like get some ointment from a Walgreens just to stop it from hurting so much. Eventually I did get over it, and a couple days later when my knee was okay, I tried go and play some laser tag, because there were a good few laser tag places. Now, usually there's this laser tag place I'll go to. It's out of town, but, you know, there's usually quite a few people there. And, like, even if it's just me, just going solo, like, there's still, like, huge groups of people I can usually get in on. But apparently, nobody in the entire state of Alabama decided to play laser tag that day, and I could not find a single person to play laser tag against. I was very disappointed. Okay, this fight is some doo-doo water. You know, par for the course for Kiwami 2, but, you know, that's beside the point. So, one guy is copying Kuze, and one guy is copying Phase 3 Shibusawa. Just like the last Mysterious Foreigners fight. I remember these dudes being the same guys. Okay, so in the original Yakuza 2 / Roblox 2, you know, you have, in, like, the Emoto Clinic, I think it is, you have a fight with Mysterious Foreigners there, and then you have the one here. I remember in that game, I'm pretty sure it's the same guys between those two fights, but in this game, it's different. Because I'm pretty sure the dudes' names are Kim and Choi from the first one, at least in Kiwami 2, that's what their names are. And this one, it's Yu and Yang. So, I don't know why they changed that. I could be misremembering. They might not even be the same people in the original game, but oh well. Yeah, these guys are super hard to deal with because they're very aggressive, and they have some very aggressive boss movesets from, of course, Yakuza 0 / Roblox 0. Well, not really from Roblox 0, but oh well. That's also besides the point. So I take out you here, and ideally, I want to take out the other guy first, the guy that's copying Kuze, because Phase 3 Shibusawa guy is way easier to like hit with a charge attack and try and get combos on. This guy, his attacks are so fast that it's really hard to get an opening. And like even then, this guy barely cares about being hit with a charge attack. It's super hard to combo this guy. So like the rest of the fight is kind of just me trying to get combos off, and just not being able to. I think this is like the only kind of combo that I get in this whole fight. And even then, he blocks there and that stops it. Just something else to talk about in the meantime is, I don't know if you noticed, but the part 1 of this video, Roblox Kiwami 2 No Damage All Bosses part 1, was the first video on my channel, well, apart from like a joke video that I made, that was in 1440p. And that's important because I'm pretty sure that YouTube actually gives your video a higher bitrate if it's in 1440p or above, compared to 1080 or below that. So it makes the video look a lot cleaner, and I think that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. Of course, I only have a 1080p screen, so all my footage is going to be 1080p, but when I export it, I'm going to upscale it into 1440, and it's basically not going to look any different. But when, you know, you actually watch it on YouTube, then it's going to look a lot cleaner because YouTube actually allows it a higher bit rate. Which, you know, is just one of those YouTube things that you kind of don't know if you're just starting out. You kind of have to be told that because YouTube doesn't really tell that to you themselves. Finally, this fight's almost over. And just shoot him. Great way to end it. So this is Megalovania, the Smash Ultimate version. I chose it on a whim, and I thought it was good, so I kept it. So this time I do actually manage to get Kuze with this one. I did open the menu there, as you saw, and that was to get 2 heat action upgrades, because, you know, thing I said earlier with, like, there's really only one way to go about the fight, so I don't want to make you see the same thing twice. So I kind of just make this one go by quicker. Yeah. And of course this is modded, so I have the Dragon Style parry, which is a lot more effective than the Dragon Engine style parry. I know that can get kind of confusing. Dragon Style, Dragon Engine style. I think the not mod calls it the Dragon Reborn style. The Dragon Engine style, that is. But I just call it Dragon Engine style because that's what I know it as. I guess while I'm here, the not mods that I'm using are the same ones from the last video. You know, the Roblox skin, which I got from the Yakuza modding community. Of course, the Style Switch mod, which is from Nexus Mods. And also... And also the AppStem RX mod, which I also got from the Yakuza modding community. And then... I guess this isn't really a mod, but save files I got from Gunkshot and Honmono no Ryu, which is his Discord server, where he has a big document of save files for every Yakuza game / Roblox game, and it's a fantastic resource, and go subscribe to Gunkshot. And I am very angry that that didn't kill. Here we go, Man in Black 3, and it's just gonna be the same shit again from Man in Black 2, because he doesn't get any easier and doesn't get any less bullshit. So, I hope you like seeing quick steps again. Sorry, Man in Black just sucks like that. One good thing about Kiwami 2, you know, one of very few good things about Kiwami 2, is, I really do like the final long battle theme here, which is, Heading for Kamuro Hills, I think it's called. Or Heading for Kamurocho Hills, or whatever it's called. Something to that effect. It's very good. I enjoy it, and it's different from the original game, of course. You know, oftentimes that's not a compliment for this game, but in that respect, it's one of the few times you can use that term in good faith. Because speaking of different from the original game, that's a bad thing, is Man in Black here, because Man in Black was stupid easy in the original version, but he's stupid hard in this one. So, like, what the fuck, RGG? Alright, you know the drill. This time I got like 300 attack and opened the menu, drained my health, got the superpower and payback ring. And I just kill him. Like, look at how much that does. I paused for a little bit to let the music play because I chose Red Sun, the instrumental version, though, for this fight. Because, you know, once again, with like the kind of menacing electro music that I was going for. Of course, unfortunately, I did not pick yet another game released in 2000 for the PS2. You know, the first one being Devil May Cry, the second one being MGS2. This one is MGR, which 2013 for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. And Nvidia Shield, can't forget that. Considering my history with MGR, kind of surprising that this is the first song that I've used for it, or the song that I've used from it in this video. Okay, finally we have a fun and fair fight again. You can actually do combos on Ryuji, and he has good openings that you can use to get said combos. And they're not too easy, but they're not too hard either. Wow, it's almost like that's good game design, which this game severely lacks. Okay, for some reason in my notes I have me talking about me hurting my knee on vacation again from climbing so many stairs, although this does confirm that it was indeed 58. I did get the correct number. Too bad it couldn't be 56, because then that would be a curve reference. Because if you don't know the curve lore, so Curve, if you don't know, is actually short for Curve Nasty Jr., which you might have seen from my Worst Thing Ever Created songs, where I use my full internet name, Curve Nasty Jr., even though it's technically Curve Nasty Jr. 56. The number has no reason. It kind of just happened. The deep Curve lore is that it actually, for a brief time, was Curve Nasty Jr. 45, but what happened was, I first used the name on Pokemon Legends, which was this Pokemon computer game that I played when I was like 10 years old, and my username on it was Curve Nasty Jr. 45, but I lost the account, so I had to make a new one, and so I just bumped each number up one and made it Curve Nasty Jr. 56, and, you know, that kind of just stuck ever since. Of course, then there's the lore of how I actually got the name Curve Nasty Jr. in the first place, which is actually very stupid. What happened was, it was like when I was 8 years old or something, and I was playing Wii Sports Bowling with my stepbrother, and he came up with the stupid nickname Curve Nasty for himself, because he was really good at curving the ball, and I was also really good at curving the ball, so I became Curve Nasty Jr., and for some reason it stuck 2 years later when I made my account on Pokemon Legends, and then it stuck however many other years later when I eventually made everything else. Sometimes names are just stupid like that. So, back to Roblox 6. I'm not looking forward to it, because I may not like Kiwami 2, but I don't like 6 even more, and I almost failed the no damage on that dropkick there. But yes, I don't like 6 even more. The early Dragon Engine games suck. I mean, I have a lot of gripes with Yakuza 6. That game is mediocrity incarnate. Like, especially when it comes to their combat. Like, I've been dogging on Kiwami 2 combat a little bit, but it's literally just 6, but better. It's just a better version, straight up. Which means that 6 is worse, and that I'm immediately going to a worse version of this game, combat-wise, and I'm not looking forward to that. But I still want to know, like, would you be okay with me doing, like, half and half Yakuza 6 and Roblox 6? it would still be to where I have one normal version of the fight and then one modded version. But the normal version is normal, of course. Okay, so I open the menu and boost attack to 200 once again, simply to make it quicker, because otherwise it's going to be the same thing over again. With minor differences, because I have more styles, which I can't even use 2 of them, because they're basically useless for no damage, and the other 2 that I now have access to have very limited usability. So I basically just stick with the one that I have normally anyway. So yeah, like, of course, for the Roblox 6 video, like, the first normal one would be just, you know, normal, no Roblox. But then the modded version would be Roblox. But then, of course, I wouldn't know how to format the video. Like, would it be Yakuza 6 / Roblox 6, no damage, all bosses? I don't know. Tell me what you think I should do in the comments, what you would want to see. I really would appreciate the feedback. So I forgot to mention in the normal version of this fight, but that QTE right there that RYUJI has like a couple sets of preset buttons. So if you like memorize them, then you could just press them instantly, because they're gonna be the same from a couple different combinations each time. So one thing about this fight, like in the original game, is that technically RYUJI 2 in the original Yakuza 2 / Roblox 2 has the first dynamic intro in the series, which, like, they didn't really make a big deal about it until, like, the first true dynamic intro, which was Mine from Yakuza 3 / Roblox 3. Of course, he was the final boss of that game. But in Yakuza 2, RYUJI 2 has the dynamic intro, but not RYUJI 3, which is the final boss. Spoiler alert. I guess we haven't gotten there yet, but oh well. If you're watching a Roblox video on this game, then you probably played it before. So, the song is King Dedede's theme from Smash Brawl. I chose this by complete accident, because I think it was when I was looking at the video for the ultimate version of Megalovania for the Mysterious Foreigners fight, when I saw that on the recommended, and I'm like, I'll give it a try and see if it fits or anything, and I decided to put it over RYUJI 2, and I like it. Absolutely fucking horrible, terrible, shit-ass shitter fight. This fight's terrible. So I have max attack, low health with a payback ring, superpower ring, and of course sacred wood armor, because, you know, he's got a machine gun. So I just spam heat actions to take care of all the basic enemies. Of course, quick step heat actions, because those are the easiest ones to activate, and you can kind of just throw them out whenever you want. And then, of course, when I'm done with these guys, my attack is so high that I just do one heat action on Terada, and it takes them down after the QTE. So, other than that, one more thing to talk about is my next video. My next video, I've kind of been hinting at it, is going to be on Judgment. I've been kind of vague about what specifically, but let's just say that it has taken a lot of research, which is part of why it's taken so long. I actually just finished the script not too long ago. I might need to re-record some of the footage for various reasons, but, you know, the scripting is what took the most time, because it took a lot of research, is why it took so long, is just because of the research. But I think you're going to very much like it. So, yeah, watch this. Gotta do the field of heat. And he's done. Alright, here we have the same song and dance as the original version of this fight, with very minor differences, because Style Switch mod kind of messes with some things. So I sort of copped out with the music here. This is Wirepuller, which is Terada's original theme from Yakuza 2/Roblox 2. I'd say it's kind of a cop-out because, like, for other boss fights that had different themes in the original version, I don't use their original theme, but I really like Wirepuller and the Omerta, which is his Kiwami 2 version of his theme. I really like both of them, so I went to use both of them, and I also kind of just didn't know what else I would use for the modded version of this fight. So as you can see, like when I block bullets with the Style Switch mod on, it actually gives me more heat in extreme heat mode, which is pretty crazy because especially with how many bullets get shot at you, it kind of just fills it up automatically. And then I got the knife, and that's going to do a shit ton of damage. And then the QTEs are going to activate. And I just gotta hit him a little bit more. Next QTE, which is gonna get him down to low health. But even then, I still decide to do the Beast Kiwami finisher. It's not gonna do anything, but I really just want to hammer it in that I hate this guy. So he gets a face full of Roblox feet. Some people would like that. And watch this. Feel the heat. He just sprays me, but luckily I have Sacred Wood armor, so it doesn't matter. Alright, here we are, the final boss. Now, Ryuji here, you can get some very, very cool combos in the beginning, but he's kind of impossible to combo in heat mode because he just gains a random super armor at points. There we go, got a full combo. That's going to get Ryuji down to his first QTE. And there we go. Also in heat mode, he gains like these retaliation attacks, which can make it kind of hard. It's not too hard to like react to them and parry them and try to get a combo off of that, but it still kind of messes with your flow. Of course, then after that, I boost my attack to 280, not because this fight's particularly hard or anything, simply because he has so much health that the fight would take way too long otherwise, especially since I had to do it twice. Like, look at that. That's what I mean by, like, random super armor. He just didn't care. And there's a retaliation attack. You can parry them, like I said, but it can be finicky. So, despite Ryuji being a little stubborn in heat mode, like, I still think that this and the modded version are, like, some of my best no damages in this game, because like he doesn't have the same amount of bullshit that a lot of other bosses have, so you can kind of just do your thing on him. I mean, like, it kind of sucks that Kiwami 2 Ryuji is probably like one of the easiest final bosses in the series, which, like, he was not that way in the original game. He was hard as shit in the original game. So basically what I'm going to be doing is just baiting out Ryuji's like charging grab that you just see him do there. Basically the same thing I did in the first fight against him. But, you know, do it a lot more now. I find it really easy to tiger drop that in the modded gameplay for some reason, but it's really hard in the original version. So, I don't know. I don't go for tiger drops on that charge grab specifically. I do, of course, as you've seen, I've landed a couple tiger drops on other things, but not on that charge grab. And there it goes again with the random super armor. Just didn't flinch at that quick step attack. Unfortunately, this last part will kind of just be a lot of tiger drops because, as I said, he's got resistance to combos, and he just has so much health, so I kind of just want to get it over with. So now Ryuji's down to 1 health bar. I don't really get the most stylish finisher in the world, but it's fine. So I'll just let the rest of the fight play out at this point. Look at that, it's beautiful. So yeah, I picked Stand Proud and it works wonderfully. It's great. Though unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's copyrighted, so I did have to use the instrumental version, but you know, of course, that means I'm gonna have an unlisted video in the description with the lyrical version, just in case. So be sure to check that out if you want to see it. It's basically the same thing in the beginning, though, is like you get combos on Ryuji until he goes into the QTE, then he goes in heat mode, and then I buff my attack to 280 and just start doing some other shit. Oh yeah, and one thing I think is important to mention is the differences between this boss fight in Yakuza Kiwami 2 and Roblox Kiwami 2 is that, like, instead of it being like this sad, oh, there can only be one dragon kind of fight like it is in Kiwami 2, or sorry, Yakuza Kiwami 2, here in Roblox Kiwami 2, it's like these two have been rivals for like the whole game, and Ryuji has never really liked the Roblox people, but now he's not fighting Kiryu as a Roblox, he's fighting Kiryu as a man, and it's like, it's so triumphant, and that's why there's like such a big difference between the songs, like a Scattered Eternal Moment. It's like this very sad song that's like, oh, we're all about to die, but we need to do this, it has to be this way, no connection to the MGR Final Boss theme, but this one, it's like, fuck yeah, finally we're having a duel of men, like we're men, because we're men. like the men we are. And that's why it's called Stand Proud, because Kiryu is standing proud as who he am. That's like symbolism or something. So as you'll see here in just a second, now that Ryuji's in heat mode, a lot of my damage is going to come from parry combos with Dragon. Because, as I said, he's got combo resistance and just random super armor for some reason. Like, I do get a little bit of a combo here, but not much. Yeah, be prepared to see the square, square, square triangle combo a lot. Because that's basically what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the fight. It's not even worth going for the bounding throw from there, because it takes way too much heat, and you just don't get the kind of damage that you would want from that. Of course, I did say that I find it way easier with the modded combat to parry his charging grab, but I don't do that because I'm too scared that I'm still gonna fuck it up and lose the no damage. So I just end up parrying it like that, and of course, doing the combo again. Alright, Ryuji's low, and unfortunately this ending is like as scuffed as it gets. Like, I really fucked it up. So I go for the ultimate slap here, because of course, final boss, I need to go for the ultimate slap. And as you're about to see, it doesn't kill! It doesn't kill, and it doesn't even get him to, like, his ending QT. So I gotta wait, and I gotta, like, hit him with a parry. And then, you notice how the game changes there? It's because my game fucking crashed! But I'll let it play out now. But of course, that is the end. It has been quite the journey, and thank you for joining me along the ride. I think that Stand Proud finish was absolutely insane. I think it worked way too well. Way better than I thought it was going to, honestly. Stand Proud fit great there. So, thank you for watching. I'll hopefully have the judgment video out soon. And Roblox 6 or Yakuza 6 eventually, depending on what all of you want me to do. So, thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you soon.